Hello and welcome to Castle Warp Star. I'm Adam.
And I'm Luca.
And we're here to rock your something. I don't
World?
know. I don't.
Mind?
Spleen.
Spleen.
Rock that spleen.
It's been rocked.
Rock that spleen. Here I am. All right. On today's episode, we're going to kick it off with a little segment we like to call How's Your Mama? No, it's called First Game.
How is your mother, though?
She's pretty good. She had COVID.
Yeah, that sucks.
She got over it though.
That's good.
And now she's flourishing.
Excellent. How's her spleen? Rocked? No, because she hasn't been listening to this podcast.
Not yet. Adam, I listened to your podcast the other day.
And my
Now my spleen,
it's been rocked.
it's been turned to solid rock.
That's exactly what your mother sounds like, by the way.
That's exactly her.
Very
We look the
post-British
exact
lady.
same.
Yeah.
We sound the exact same. So, Luca, what was your, I guess, first memory
Yeah.
of playing video games?
Of playing video games. Okay, that makes it a lot more specific.
Well, I was in the womb. There was me and thousands others I had to fight.
The first proper game that we got as kids was Super Mario 64.
Did you have a console before that?
No, that was...
So
and
64 was your
was our
first.
very first console.
Right.
So that was, like a couple of like shitty little games. I think the Magic School Bus games on CD-ROMs
Oh,
on
of
the
course.
PC. Hell yeah,
I had
iconic.
I had one from McDonald's, and it was literally Ronald McDonald walks along a screen, and he gets to the edge of the screen, and then he goes to the next screen, and it's like you're trying to find all these pieces of a spaceship so Ronald McDonald can get back to his home planet.
He's an alien?
No, get back to Earth.
Oh,
He had taken a spaceship. He had made a hamburger-looking like spaceship, and went off to fucking dinosaur land.
so dinosaurs are aliens.
Yeah,
That
Yeah.
explains so much.
yeah.
So clowns from Earth.
Clowns,
Dinosaurs are from
clowns
space.
evolved from single-cell organisms,
Right, yeah.
and then we're all just offshoots of clowns.
Yeah.
You know when they show you that picture of like the apes evolving into
Yeah.
humans, and like, whoa, where's the missing one? Clown.
Clown. Just some aren't as evolved as the rest.
Yeah.
64. I remember booting that up with my brother and it was just mind-blowing. You know, I mean, we hadn't had, 2D consoles before, or anything like that. So it's not like we really fully appreciated the jump from 2D to 3D
Yeah.
that game represented. But that was just one of the games that we just got lost in as kids,
It's a game that makes you lose yourself. You didn't try and like jump into any paintings in real life, did you?
I was not a smart kid, so I can't remember, which probably tells me that I hit my
into
head
the
on a
pool,
painting. Yeah,
Jumped into the pool. You're like, if I hold my breath
Yeah.
long enough under this, I'll find the metal cap.
yeah. Funnily enough, it actually looked like Mercury, like the one in the game. I wasn't a smart kid. That was my first memory with games, and the N64 was just my childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about yourself?
I've got a very big, detailed past of video games. Like, the very first game I remember playing was at my mum's friend's house, and her daughter had a computer with Super Mario 1 on it. And I was blown away by, like, a video game. I was very young. And I was just blown away. And then Mum got our first... My mum's really young. She was only 19 when she had me. So she's massively into video games as well. And
Yeah.
she was huge in...
What did she say to you as a child?
Don't be a shit.
In her accent, though.
Don't be a shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, she's here, Melinda. And so, like, the first game we got was a Sega Genesis. The console, sorry. Did I say console? Anyway.
Yeah.
And so I played games on that. I had this really cool one where it had like a light gun that you could shoot at the TV.
Sweet.
And you were trying to. There was a dude on a what's it called on the train tracks where they have like the
Like a rail car
like a rail
thingy.
car thing, and they push up and down to go.
Yeah.
So there was a soldier on one of those going through this world, and you had to shoot all the people who were trying to kill him.
Yeah.
And he had a certain amount of health. I also had like an early Duke Nukem game that was like, it's not what Duke Nukem is now. It was like a dude in a beret and stuff, and it was really weird.
Duke Nukem would not wear a beret these days.
And I think it was called Alex Kidd. I also had that game right there, the Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which I have an original copy of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 over in my case.
That's really cool.
Which my original copy that I don't know where it is, we borrowed from Video Easy.
Oh, right.
Back in the
day.
And never gave it back.
Oh, well, that's the way to do it. I mean, what are they going to do?
Yeah, what are you going to do? We got
Go out of business?
We got letters, and it was like, you owe $45 to Video Easy.
We'll
be sending the Easy Boys to get it.
Easy Boys. They won't go easy on you.
And then from there, I went on to... although I had all those games, I didn't understand what gaming was. I was too young. I was like... I'd flick up the controller and I'd fuck around. Yeah. I wasn't about finishing levels. I wasn't about getting collectibles, anything like that. Not until we got our SNES. Mm-hmm. And I got Donkey Kong Country 2. Yeah, not Donkey Kong Country 1. I started on 2.
Well, it's one of those sequels that was just better in every way.
It was. And that was like the real first moment I remember gaming, you know, like I'd played games and stuff like that. It's like I'd listen to music, but I didn't actually listen to music or play games. Then when and Super Mario 64 blew my tiny little brain to pieces.
I remember just picking it up, and I loved Bob on Battlefield because it's such a good opening level.
Yeah, well, I played that in Croydon Main Street on a trailer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was Maroondah Festival.
Yep.
And they brought a trailer of TVs and Nintendo 64s to try out Mario.
Kids went missing, didn't they? It's like, come on, kids, I got Mario in here.
Fucking Ronald McDonald.
Yeah. It was a clown. A clown with Mario.
You want to play Mario? And then, it evolved from there. But I quickly became obsessed.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I mean, it was like crack for children.
Yeah.
You know? Similar to Pokemon cards, it was like crack for children.
And similar to crack.
We come from a rough neighborhood.
Yeah. But it's not the other side of the tracks. It is the tracks.
It's under the tracks. I mean, the N64 just in general was just mind-blowing.
Well, like I said, I was obsessed, but I was also super dedicated to Nintendo. And I remember playing a PlayStation and feeling like I was betraying Nintendo.
Wow.
I even said to my mum when she got me I got a PlayStation 1 from Bali, you know, that type of PlayStation 1.
Okay, so chipped and you never had to get a disc.
And it also never played in color. Everything was in black and white. So I put like hundreds of hours into Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 in black and white.
Yeah.
Every single only real games that didn't play black and white. So any burnt game I had, black and white.
Right, okay.
And I had like 200 burnt games.
Yeah.
As was the custom back then.
Well, that was a rite of passage.
Let's go to the Caribbean and grab some the Caribbean Gardens, the market, not the place.
We're a bit far away from the Caribbean.
They also don't say it like that, do they? They say Caribbean.
I think it's Caribbean.
Yeah,
where
Pirates of the
Australian
Caribbean,
is
and it's like,
yeah.
what?
Caribbean.
It's the Caribbean, mate.
Going down to Caribbean. I'm going to pick the mic. This clown taking me to Caribbean.
Yeah, I went down to Caribbean. There's fucking clowns everywhere.
Going to play Mario at Caribbean.
There was one there with the Mario fucking trailer. I got in, I woke up in fucking the Caribbean. I went from the Caribbean to the Caribbean.
Okay, on from human trafficking. Let's talk about The Legend of Zelda.
Yes.
Obviously, like Ocarina of Time was like the next step up. Like that was the first game that was like, I guess the actual, not downplaying Super Mario 64, obviously, but like that's so fun and arcadey. Whereas Legend is like Ocarina of Time has, you know, depth to it. Well, story wise,
it does,
and everything like that, and like the gameplay is deeper.
Yeah, well, the story of Super Mario 64 is get 120 stars, save the princess. Not even 120.
She's baked you a cake.
She's baked you a cake, which means she's gonna suck your asshole.
Okay, right. We played different versions. You played the trailer version.
Yeah.
You remember
Didn't the man come out? And
There's Yoshi behind the castle. Wants to get 120 stars.
Oh, Jesus. straight up, or right up into your intestines.
Gee, spleen. That's rocky.
No, it tastes like a rock.
But yeah, Ocarina of Time was the game in our childhood that just blew us away.
Yeah.
You know, we were just obsessed with that.
Well, I think game creators learnt so much, especially in the N64 days. They learnt so much off each other. So when you look at Banjo-Kazooie, you're like, well, this is just Mario 64 on speed.
It is.
You know, there's so much more to do. It's so much more thought out. You know, one thing I'd ever change about Super Mario 64 is having to exit a level every time I want to get a star. You know, imagine if you could just stay in Bomb Bomb Battlefield and get all 10 stars. 10?
6.
All
Well, 7.
Oh, because 100 coins.
Yeah.
All 7 coins. Oh, fuck
You haven't
me.
played it, have you?
Oh, no. All 7 stars without having to exit the level and enter the level and exit the level and enter the level.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool. And that's what they basically said on Banjo-Kazooie. They were like, you know what, let's do that.
Yeah. This is very quickly becoming a Banjo-Kazooie podcast.
Oh, no. I promise we won't talk about Banjo-Kazooie next week.
Well,
we will.
We will. 100%. It's every week.
Yeah.
Our first console after N64, because we were given the choice either between the GameCube, so continuing our loyalty to Nintendo,
Really?
or PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
And my brother had played Final Fantasy X at one of our cousins. We've got so many, I actually don't know who it was. But he's like, oh, we've got to get this. He was just like obsessed.
Yeah.
I have no idea why, because he only saw the beginning, and the beginning kind of sucks. It's a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah.
But he said he like just vetoed my vote completely. It's like, we're getting.
Well, I mean, you're 3 years younger, so.
Yeah, exactly. So I didn't have a say. I was like, oh, this sounds good.
You turned into Banjo.
And yeah, we got that on the day. We got it for Christmas, which was awesome.
Yeah.
PS2 on Christmas. We got it with Final Fantasy X, of course. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4.
Oh,
which was
great
my
Tony
introduction
Hawk's
to
Pro
so
Skater.
much music that now, like,
Yeah.
TNT by AC/DC, Number of the Beast by
Shimmy.
Shimmy as well.
System of a
Well,
Down.
it's Iron Maiden performed Number of the Beast, but Shimmy's by System of a Down.
It is. They don't have the cover by Shimmy of Number
No,
of Beast?
yeah, I know. Yeah, Offspring's on there.
Is Lamb of God on that?
No, Lamb of God. I don't believe Lamb of God existed at the time that game came out.
What? When did Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 come out? 2004? 2003?
No. Would have been like 2001 maybe.
Hang on,
Have a quick
listeners.
Google.
Here we go.
But the third game we got with that was Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. And I remember I could not get past like the first hour of that game because it was too difficult for me. And it took me months to get past it. I never actually made it to Hogwarts.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But that game was actually, that was the first game I actually picked up and played on the PS2.
Oh, wow.
Because my brother's my brother. So I didn't get a turn for a
Yes,
while.
I have also watched him play Fable for 7 hours.
Because the next console we got along after the PS2 was, once we were sort of older and could buy our own stuff, we got the Xbox 360.
Well-
but he was too scared to bring it home to my
I know.
parents.
So it stayed at my house for anyone who doesn't know us personally. John's my best mate and Luca is his younger brother.
We're acquaintances at this point, I think.
What, you and I?
Yeah.
I'd say we're best mates
Yeah,
as well.
I'd say, yeah.
It's just John's my number one. John's my ride
Exactly.
or
Well, I
die.
mean, he's got to be. You met it first.
Where were we? Yeah, so
he took his new Xbox 360, the Halo 3
Halo 3 with the
edition.
gold. Ooh.
Oh, it was nice.
And he left it in my house for a good 6 to 8 months.
Thereabouts. So I knew that, we have an Xbox 360, and I never got to play.
Yeah. Yeah. Who just always can. Because you and I, at that time,
At that time,
well,
went down to Caribbean.
you were so young.
Well, yeah, I was still in high school, early
Yeah.
high school, yeah.
Yeah.
Would have been year 9.
We weren't.
No, you were just, it was his first year out of high school.
Yeah.
It was like
And I just quit
his
school.
independence. Yeah, his independence, and he's like, I'm going to buy an Xbox 360. But
Well, it was a very different time for your parents back then. And I honestly think getting to know me helped them realize it wasn't so bad.
yes, yeah.
They could see like this goth metal dude who was living the life,
Yeah.
but wasn't like some stoner
Yeah, exactly.
drop kick.
Yeah.
And then could
You
see,
weren't living on the tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was under him.
Yeah, exactly. Where all the cool kids are in the trailer.
Yeah, jeez. I don't smoke weed. I put it in a tea.
Hey,
and
fuck
drink
it.
Yeah, fuck bongs, literally.
Yeah, but I mean, first games on each console. I think like Dead Rising would have been one of the first games on 360.
Well, Halo 3 was the first game. Because that's John got it with the
Yeah, of course.
So that was my introduction to Halo as well.
Yeah.
Which was mind fucking destroying.
Like, that's such a step up from Halo 2.
And I was like, who am I? And he's like, oh, you're the Arbiter. And I was like, who is the Arbiter?
He's an alien. He's a dinosaur.
He's apparently Ronald
He's a
McDonald's
clown.
going to his own planet to try and find his spaceship. Yeah. But Dead Rising was the first. I bought that game for the 360 because it was at my house.
Yes.
I didn't even own a 360 then.
Yeah.
And I remember like a month later, it was my birthday. And John had finally taken it back. And I was like, fuck, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
And my mum got me a 360.
Yeah, nice.
Jumping back to Tony Hawk's,
Yeah.
just quickly.
100%.
Came out in 2002.
Oh,
2000.
so we're talking about the first post 9/11 Tony Hawk's game.
fucking hell.
It's the best one.
Yeah. They had to take out that secret level.
The Twin Towers.
the Twin Towers.
You had to go up and over.
There was a vert
That was
ramp
Baghdad.
between them. Yeah, an unlockable skater. Osama bin Laden.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Because the Tony Hawk's, again, talking about firsts, was, same with me, was an introduction to pop punk and metal music. Because the first time I ever heard Korn, I was about 7 years old.
Okay.
And then I sort of went away from... I was listening to Korn and Limp Bizkit when I was that old.
Yeah.
Because my friend's big brother was. And I thought it was so cool and scary. And then I went away from it until I became a skater. I wasn't a skater then. And I met this guy in primary school in like grade 4. And he skated and I became good friends with him. So I got a skateboard and started doing that. And then I just started playing Tony Hawk's over and over and over. And I probably, over Tony Hawk's 1, 2, 3, 4... Thug 1, Thug 2, and American Wasteland, especially, I could not tell you how many hours I put into that, but it would have been in the thousands.
Yeah.
Easily.
Well,
Keep going.
we only had Tony Hawk's 4.
Yeah.
I think at some point, Underground 2 might have showed up at some point. I don't remember playing a lot of it.
Did you not play much of Thug 1?
No. I don't think so. I can't remember. Just didn't make an
It's
impression. I
so
guess.
good. And it's way better than Thug 2.
Yeah, right.
From a story perspective.
Sure.
From an actual like crazy skater game perspective, Thug 2
Thug
is
2,
better.
obviously, yeah. And then Project 8, which I really enjoyed. Because it was the first one after 4 that I really played.
Didn't you play that on the 360?
Yes.
Where it was one open world?
Yes.
Where I played it on PlayStation 2, where it was still separate levels.
Yeah. At least they're all connected, but I can imagine that'd be so annoying.
It was like American Wasteland. You
Yeah.
know, you go through something and it starts and there's a loading
Yep.
and then it continues.
Yep.
Which was awesome. American Wasteland, fantastic Tony Hawk's game.
Yeah, right.
Best soundtrack is still probably 3
Okay.
for me. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3.
Sure.
Alien Air Farms on it.
Okay.
With Wish.
CKY.
Oh, fuck. I don't even know. That might be 2. Either way, I have a Spotify playlist of just the Tony Hawk's 1 to 4 soundtrack.
Yeah.
Because Lamb of God's on one of them. That was the first time I heard Lamb. It was Black Label as well.
Wow. Yeah.
So like I'm skating here. Dun, 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 I was like, oh, fuck, yeah. I made that grim face where I look like Grimace from McDonald's, the other alien.
Yeah. Met him in the back of a van.
Yeah, he showed me Kirby 64.
Yeah, but first games on like the main consoles that sort of defined my gaming.
I had a similar thing, sorry to interrupt you,
Yeah.
with PlayStation 2. I had never seen it before, never heard of it, nothing. I wasn't up with the lingity at that point in time, and I didn't have the internet because we're old.
What year was it? It was 2002.
And
Osama bin Laden destroyed the internet. For our Gen Z listeners, that's what happened.
yeah, I went to, again, my mum had a friend, and I went to their house, and their kid had a PlayStation and was playing Final Fantasy.
Oh, yep.
And I was like, what? Look at these graphics.
Was it Final Fantasy 7? Like, was it on PS1?
No, it's PS2.
Oh, right. Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, okay. Yeah, that's...
So I was like, look at these fucking graphics. What the hell is this? He was fighting like a giant crab in a ship.
Okay.
I don't know what Final Fantasy was or anything like that, but it was a giant crab in a ship, and it looked like Final Fantasy. Maybe I'm mistaken, but it looked exactly like Final, and it was a turn-based combat.
Yep.
And I was so blown away. And then my mate who was a skater got a PlayStation 2 for Christmas or something, and we just played wrestling games on it.
Okay.
That's all we played. It was in his spare room, and we'd sleep on the couch out there playing wrestling games all night.
Yeah. I remember Grimace taught me a wrestling game that I wasn't supposed to tell anyone about.
Oh my goodness, this has quickly turned into something very wrong.
Getting dark.
It's like a murder podcast now. Yeah. Grimace lived it.
Under the tracks.
He lured 3 little boys into a back of a Super Mario 64 trailer, and they were never heard of again. Ronald McDonald is still looking for their remains on other planets.
Yeah, they're having a laugh.
So as moving on from that, like, what was actually the first game that you remember finishing?
I have no idea.
You have no idea.
I know. I do remember finishing Mario 64, and
Yep.
I do think that was the first game I finished.
Yep.
Ow, I tell a lie. Sorry, it was such a lie. I had to put an accent on. I went into Sweeney Todd for a second.
Was it the Sweeney Todd video game on SNES?
Oh, you got me. That's it. Yeah, fucking hell. No, it was Lilac Wars.
Oh, right.
It came with my Nintendo 64.
Okay, yep. So Star Fox 64.
Yeah, for American viewers, listeners,
readers.
creeps.
Grapes.
Yeah, they came with my N64, and I finished that game because I got that probably. I got my N64 for Christmas, and I got Super Mario 64 for my birthday.
Okay.
So I had that 7 months between Christmas and my birthday. That's right, born in July. Christmas in July, baby.
What sign are you?
The sign of the wolf.
Oh, Sam. Damn. Fuck it. Just make it up. It
Yeah,
doesn't
sure.
matter.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I'm the sign of the wolf who likes to do karate.
Oh,
Karate wolf.
it's just that sign. Karate Wolf.
Yeah, it's karate wolf.
Yeah. I'm a crab on a spaceship.
Oh, shit.
I'm Grimace. My star sign is Grimace.
As long as you're not Chef Turtle.
Chef Turtle.
Turtle chef, it's not a chef who makes turtles, it's a turtle who is a chef.
Okay, yeah, good. Right. So professional. Yeah.
Professional chef, turtle. Man. God, it just takes so long with your order though. So Lilac Wars. Lilac Wars was the very How do you go on from that?
Stupid joke.
Oh, fuck. Oh, compose yourself. We're professionals.
Okay. Lilac Wars.
Yeah.
There's a turtle in that, isn't there? No, it's a frog.
It's a frog.
Froggo.
Slippy.
Slippy.
Yeah. I can't remember the rabbit's name, and I know Falco's name because he's
Obviously,
a
Falco.
Falco.
He's
Falcon.
a cool one.
He's an asshole.
Oh, but he's a cool ass.
Thanks, fucks. I'm a fucking prick.
We got the uncensored version in.
Yeah.
I mean, Star Fox 64 was.
Well, actually, there was a few versions.
And then we got the higher rated one.
The R18
swearing,
when the ship blows up, their body hits your fucking shit. But there is a version of it where there's no actual audio talking.
Oh.
It's like Banjo-Kazooie. They just mouth and the words come up.
Yep.
I think they made like a sound, but then there is a version where they actually speak all their lines. So I don't know if it's a demo version or what, but I've only ever played it on an emulator.
Okay, right.
And yeah, so that was the first game I finished. Beautiful game. Absolutely beautiful game. I'm replaying it at the moment on the Switch. And I love it. It's nostalgia. It's a good game. It's just literal forward flying, shooting things and living.
Almost like an on-rail shooter.
Sort of. I guess there are some choices you can make. The secrets in and out of the levels.
Yeah, that's really cool. That replayability.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Pokemon Snap.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what a great game.
Great game.
Good game. Yeah. What about you? What was the first game you finished?
I would probably say yes. I mean, Super Mario 64 probably, but that's a really boring answer. Ocarina is probably, it took us so long to finish that.
Well, I bet, especially
as kids,
being so young.
And as I said, I wasn't a smart kid.
No, none of us.
And I was the one who was solving the puzzles.
There's too much mercury in the pool.
Yeah, absolutely. First game I completed.
We're not talking 100% it here. Although on N64
on
stuff,
N64,
finishing it was.
Except for Ocarina of Time to 100% that. Actually, first time I 100%ed that, all the Skulltulas and all the hard pieces and shit, it was actually just a few years ago. I've never bothered.
Oh.
Because, as much as I love the game, like I would argue now, having done it, there shouldn't be 100 Skulltulas in that game, man. Like, it's just bullshit. And like the 900 Korok seats in Breath of the Wild, that's just inflated bullshit.
Isn't
like,
it 999?
No, it's 900.
It's 900.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just excessive. But first game I remember finishing, I'd actually say the most memorable accomplishment was when we finished Majora's Mask. Yeah, because I think that took us longer, because that is way more obtuse than Ocarina of Time.
Did you and John normally play these games together?
He would play it, and I'd kind of be backseat gaming, like kind of seeing stuff that he wasn't.
Right.
Because I think, just our brains work differently.
Yeah.
So he'd be very focused on the middle of the screen and fighting and just like navigating, and I'd be like, oh, go over there or try that.
Yeah.
So I actually ended up, solving the puzzles more often than not. Not just...
But he was normally driving.
He was the one playing he's the older brother, of course he has the controller.
Of course. But there's like 3 save files on that. So.
Oh, yeah, I had my own.
Okay.
But we just always got more out of the game playing it together.
Right.
Wow, so I guess that's the first game I beat with my brother.
Yeah.
But by myself. Wow. Man, off the top of my head, I didn't really play games to like beat them when I was a kid.
It was very different when you were a kid.
Exactly.
You didn't think about finishing it. You
No,
thought about
you didn't want it to end.
Yeah, you were just in the moment.
Yeah.
Or Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, it would have been Banjo-Kazooie, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't.
Bringing it back to Banjo-Kazooie.
We can't escape.
That's probably why.
It's like the top 5 games on N64.
It is
Top
like
3.
just such a fantastic game. And what, you're already playing it right now, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah.
And I've just finished Freeze Easy Peak. Well,
Yeah.
I've about finished. I've got to go to fucking Gobi Valley and get the shoes.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna fucking finish
swing
that
by
bit.
Gobi Valley, get the shoes.
Yeah, and then head back.
To the Caribbean.
Can I get the shoes without getting a jiggy in Gobi Valley?
Yeah. That should be
Okay,
fine.
cool. Because
You don't want your save file to.
Well, I
look
want
weird.
my 100% in each level as I go.
Yeah, right.
Rather than I've got one jiggy. No one cares.
No one cares, but
I
you care.
care.
It matters to you.
Yeah, it's a challenge I've set myself.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to leave a level without all 100 notes.
Yep.
Both honeycombs.
Yep.
And all the jiggies.
Yeah.
And without spray naming, fucking Adam is the best.
Yeah, if you could do that, that'd be really cool.
That
Though.
would be cool.
Yeah, I'd say probably Banjo-Kazooie was probably one of the first games I beat by myself.
Well, you're a master at it. I remember watching you beat it a few years ago now.
Yeah.
And you were just like, yep, it's over there. Yep, just go this way.
Oh, it's just mapped out in my head. It's like the map
Yeah.
of San Andreas as well. That was I actually finished that game by myself. My brother and another one that my brother and I just loved.
Well, that's when I met you. It was not long after
Wow.
San Andreas came out.
Wow.
Because we were still playing it a lot.
Oh, I think we're still playing it a lot to this day.
We are, but like we met in 2007.
Something like that.
San Andreas came out in
2004?
Yeah, 2004, 2005.
There-ish, yeah.
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 I'll Google it.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been within a couple of years, I reckon. But yeah, I just remember playing that game obsessively. That was another one that was just massive for me. And
Well-
I finished that, and John's like, "Oh, I've never actually seen how
2004.
it ends." Yeah. So yeah, I think that was. There were other games that I've played. Actually, I played KOTOR 2.
Yeah.
Sort of picking up from last week. For so long as a kid, I just didn't get it. I didn't
Yeah,
understand how it all worked. I was like, oh, it's cool. It's Star Wars. I get to be a Jedi and everything. I didn't care about the story. And then I picked it up probably 5 or 6 years ago. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, cool, I'm going to play it through to the end. And I reached the end. I was like, this is such a great game. It's aged. Like milk. But you can get something out of it. It's milk that's aged
If you're
into a
willing
fine
to
cheese.
down it.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Then you'll get something. At least there's some nutrients to it. But the story, like by the end, I was like, holy shit.
Well, like I said last week, I would never played them.
Yeah. I'd wait for a remaster, to be honest.
Yeah.
And that makes me sound like a really bad fan. But to be honest, like some games are just hard to fucking play because they've aged. If you don't have the nostalgic attachment.
I did try to play Coda
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah.
It was a Wednesday, as I believe.
Yeah.
And I remember the controls giving me the shits because I was trying to play on PC.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The PC controls. I reckon it's a better console game.
Yeah.
Yeah, except the original Xbox release of KOTOR 2 was buggy as fuck.
Yeah.
And there was no way to fix it because it was, pre-internet. So you can
course.
just download a patch. It was
Yep.
just shipped bad. So they're just glitches. You'll just be like, there'll be like the ambient music, like when you're just out somewhere, and then it'll just go, beep. And you just hear these, like, it's like record scratches, like digital record scratches. Like, what is wrong with this game? It's broken. Yeah. But, yeah, games to finish, I'd say, yeah, Banjo-Kazooie was one of the top ones.
Well, just with San Andreas, that was the first game I beat in one sitting.
Wow. And that's a decent length.
Me and my mate Josh,
Yeah.
we went to Eastland we went after school.
Yeah.
And so it was just after it came out. So it was 2004.
Yeah.
And then we went back to my place and we started playing at 7 p.m.
Yep.
At 7 a.m. when we had to get up for school, but we hadn't slept because we've been playing GTA San Andreas all night. We finished it.
Wow.
So 12 hours
12
between
hour
the two of us.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, in shifts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember then the second time I finished it was by myself, and I was like, "Whoa, I don't even remember half of this
Yeah,
shit."
well, probably because you were sleep deprived.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I mean that's how I just was as a teenager. I'd usually go to sleep at like 2 a.m.
Wow.
and get up at 7 a.m.
Man, that's brutal.
Yeah, that's just how I lived.
Yeah.
And it was only about 4 or 5 years ago that I actually changed to like now. I still go to sleep at like 11:30, 12, and I
Yeah.
get up at about 8. So, but still a lot more sleep than I used to get.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And I used to be able to live off that.
Yeah.
I was absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Where now, if I get under 9 hours, I'm a fucking monster.
Because you turned 30.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, so did my bones.
Just great. I'm sitting in a chair. I've never been less comfortable. Drive a stake through me, please. Just
Yeah, please. Just
yeah.
plug me into a video game so I can just live as a video game.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Oh,
Ah,
if you wanted to be live in any video game world,
okay.
not even as the main character, just existed as an NPC in any world,
Yeah, sure.
which one would it be? Out of Banjo-Kazooie,
Okay.
San Andreas, no.
No, give me. That's
Yeah,
better.
sure. Out of Banjo-Kazooie, an NPC, San Andreas, or Hitman.
Oh fuck. So if I'm in Banjo-Kazooie, I'm gonna die.
Well, you're going to be something that has a honeycomb inside of it that has eyes.
Yes.
You're going to be some kind of object like a pair of boots or some shit.
Yeah, if I'm in San Andreas, high chance I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
Depending what Hitman game I'm in, I could die or I could just be knocked out.
Okay.
In the newer Hitman games, if you kill someone, you lose score.
Yeah.
But if you just knock them out, you don't lose score. So I'd say Hitman.
Okay. You can roll the dice
Yeah.
on Hitman.
If I'm just a random NPC, I'll be fine.
Okay.
As long as I'm not a target.
You don't know you're in a video game. You're just you living your life as best
What,
as you
right
can.
now?
I guess. Yeah. You're just around. But
I'm going to go jump off the roof. Just to test.
Yeah, all right.
You just need to wake up.
We're already inside a video game.
Yeah. Wake up, Adam. Wake up, Adam.
Okay. If you had to be an NPC in Banjo-Kazooie, what would it be?
If I had to be an NPC in Banjo-Kazooie, what NPC would I be? Clanker.
Oh, that big motherfucker.
Yeah, well, he's not going to die.
And you didn't even consider the pink Jinjo?
No. I heard he's a racist.
He hates all the blue Jinjos. Jinjos aren't a race, they're a species, and they're all different ethnicities.
And then you pick up the pink one and he goes, not the blues. Oh no, it's that racist Jinjo again.
Yeah, they're having a laugh.
So I wanted to bring up high difficulty games. And you know, playing video games to me has changed a lot over the past 10 years. It used to be, I used to use cheats all the time to finish games and all these types of things. And now I used to play on easy difficulty, all that type of stuff. And then, about 10 years ago, basically when I got Fallout 3,
Okay.
I decided I was going to play it. I played it just on normal difficulty. I was going to play it properly. And beating it, I felt so rewarded. And it's not like that on Super Mario, or because they're just collectathons.
Yep.
You know, it's not like, yes, I beat the bad guy.
Yeah.
And then with Fallout 3, I did feel really rewarded. So like some high difficulty games that we've both played.
Yeah.
New Game Plus on the Arkham games.
Oh, yeah.
Where you do not get the prompt to counters.
Yeah, yeah.
Jesus, that's a loud
That's
bird.
a loud bird.
Yeah.
It's in here. Birds in the house.
Doom Eternal, or Doom and Doom Eternal, Doom 2016, that is. They're both just hard. They're just made to be. Even on normal, they're just hard.
Yeah, good.
Shit, there was one more. I mean, Master Mode on Zelda.
Yeah, on Zelda, yeah.
Hard game.
Love that.
So yeah, the first one I ever beat that was made harder is Batman Arkham series.
Okay.
I think there was a New Game Plus on Silent.
No, I think City introduced New Games Plus.
And I remember beating that on New Game Plus and feeling such a sense of achievement. It's the same with Doom Eternal. There's an arena in Doom Eternal that in the DLC that lasts almost 30 minutes of constant battle.
Wow. And
you don't want to die because you have to start again.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's hard enemies. So, and the main rule in Doom is don't stop moving.
Yep.
So I was just running. I'd set up like a loop for myself. I kept doing this loop, and every time I'd go past the bad guy, I'd shoot him a couple of times. Keep running, which is weird. It's weird to do in a game.
Yeah.
But as soon as I beat that arena, it took me 2 tries. When I beat it, oh my goodness. I went and played Animal Crossing to calm down.
Yeah. I find that more stressful than some games, to be honest. I'm like, I just want to catch this fish.
What about you? What are some... I know you play the Souls games.
Yeah.
But that's sort of an easy one.
I can get to that.
What else
yeah, that's an easy answer for high difficulty. I'd say the first time I played Halo 1 on Legendary was such a kick in the teeth because I'd only played on normal. I wasn't very good at it.
Well, Halo 1 in general, I played on normal recently. It's pretty hard.
It's fairly challenging.
Yeah, the hunters are nothing to fuck with.
Yeah, one pistol shot in the back. That's the trick.
Really?
Yeah, legit. Number 1, yeah. But playing on Legendary was just such a kick in the teeth, and then number 2 on Legendary is just unfair. But whenever I play number 3, Halo 3 and Reach, I'll play on Legendary because I feel like they're made for that difficulty.
Well, didn't they come out and say that they actually make the game for heroic?
Yes.
And then with Halo Infinite, they've said this is the first game where normal is the actual what they've made it to be.
Okay, right.
So when you go harder, that's why it's so fucking hard on high difficulty.
Okay, gotcha.
Because they made it. Heroic is basically the new normal.
Okay. Right. Yeah. I think by sort of jumping up the difficulty in Halo games, during my teenage years, I got a bit of a taste for higher difficulties in when I pick up a game, I'll play it usually on like the normal difficulty. I don't want to play it on easy. I think a really good high difficulty mode is in BioShock Infinite. Have you ever played it on its highest difficulty?
I haven't, no.
No, it's really good. It's really challenging.
Yeah.
But what I ended up doing was the first time I tried it, it was just after Red Dead 2 came out.
Right.
So I got really good at headshotting with a rifle in that, and the controls were really similar in BioShock Infinite. So I went from, playing BioShock fairly similar, like normal, where you don't really have to rely on headshots, in 1999 mode, which is like the highest difficulty. You have to get headshots pretty much, or else you're just wasting so much ammo. So luckily playing Red Dead 2, I'm used to getting headshots from cover, and I was going bung, 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 through Colombia. It's really challenging. Yeah. And there's a trophy that, it's play through 1999 mode without using any of the vending machines for like health or salts or ammo. So you've just got to scrounge for stuff.
Have you got it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's all right. It's kind of the only way I really know how to play 1999 mode.
Right.
It's fine. It's actually really not that difficult. It's just an extra little challenge to throw into something that's already quite challenging.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's kind of the point where it's already so challenging, you might as well go that extra little step.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think trophies actually that was a way for me to push to play games differently and made it a bit more challenging in a way.
I think for everybody, it's the exact same. As soon as you add these little... Because we would create tasks like that for ourselves with games anyway.
Yep.
There's the Green Demon Challenge from Super Mario 64, which is get the 8 red coins and the star before... so you how you go up a tree and it makes a life try and catch you?
Yep.
So you got to do that before the life gets you.
Yep.
And there was like Smash ones where there's a tiny little island and it was like whoever could stay on the island the longest, you always have to be trying to get on that island.
Yep.
All these little things, making our own rules for games. And now we're seeing that the people who are our age who are now making games
Yeah.
go, oh wow, we should actually add that as an extra little thing to do.
Yep.
I do wish that achievements would come to Nintendo.
Yes, I'd love to see what like the achievements would be in like Breath of the Wild. You know.
Yeah.
Not that achievements have to exist in a game or anything. And I guess the point of Breath of the Wild is that you make your own fun.
Yeah, but imagine if there was one that was like, oh shoot, headshot 3 bokoblins while paragliding.
While paragliding. That'd be sick.
Yeah.
You know? And that's gratifying enough to do by yourself, but like to be given that
Getting
challenge.
that little, like you said, the ding.
Yes.
You said it last week. The ding is addictive.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not just about chasing the addiction, but it's like, it's having, like, imagine if really the trophy list is just your mate in the room going, oh, I bet you can't shoot 3 goblins in the head.
Yeah, basically.
You know?
And especially like on my Steam account, I show off my rarest trophies that like 0.01% of people have and all this stuff. Unfortunately, a couple of them are literally playing the Doom multiplayer because no one played it.
Oh, no. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, so it's like wear the cyber armor for the first time, and it's like no one else in the world has that achievement because no one was playing it anymore.
Yeah.
Jesus. I thought that train was yelling at me.
I've got the cyber armor.
So yeah, I do like rare achievement hunting or trophy hunting, depending on what you're on.
Yeah.
I haven't 100%ed the achievements or the trophies for Ghost of Tsushima.
Okay.
But
I had to mop up a couple ones, like kick someone off a cliff.
Oh, I got that one quite early.
Just for fun, yeah.
Oh, yeah. As soon as I got that attack, I was like, well, this will be fun.
Yeah. Like, I just didn't really think to do it, to be honest. But yeah, Ghost of Tsushima doesn't have bad trophies.
No, it's literally just getting all the collections.
Exactly, yeah.
I think I'm just missing a few foxes
Yeah.
and like 15 Mongol scrolls.
Yeah, somewhere. Oh, God, yeah, the scrolls suck.
Yeah.
But imposing those challenges on you is like a whole nother sort of gateway to playing a game completely differently.
Yeah.
Like right now I'm playing through Dead Space and there's an achievement that's just one gun. Just use the starting gun for the whole game, which is really fun. And that was only in the first game, I'm pretty sure. But something that Dead Space 3 did really interestingly actually was like the base game is like, I actually find the gameplay kind of shitty. They changed it.
Okay.
But in the there are 4 different like new game plus modes, and they all impose different limitations.
Right.
And there's one that's called Pure Survival, which that's how the game should have launched. I think you know you can't just like med packs and ammo don't just drop from enemies, but the resources to make them do.
Oh,
so you've got to pick up the resources and take that, like get to the safety of a workbench to craft stuff. I'm like, this should have been what the game was.
That's cool
because that adds so much more tension and difficulty. You know, there are in Dead Space 2 actually the highest difficulty you can only save 3 times.
They do that with Hitman as well.
Yeah, which is brutal.
I mean, because Hitman is level by level.
Yep.
So of course it saves in between.
Yeah.
But during the level, if you're playing on easy difficulty, you can save, whenever you want. If you're about to try and kill someone, you can save. If it goes wrong, you just load to that.
Yep.
And then on professional difficulty, you don't get any of that.
Yep.
No saves, none of that.
Yep.
Which is hard. Like I find myself quick saving a lot.
Yep. Yeah.
Before I try something dangerous.
Exactly.
Especially if you're going for what is it called? There's a super. It's an in-game sort of achievement. Silent Assassin.
Right.
Which means you don't change your clothes, you don't get seen, no bodies are found.
Yep.
And there's no bullets. Every kill looks like an accident.
Okay.
So you weren't even there. Type thing. And you can't save.
Yeah.
You've got to go through. To get it on perfect, you can still do it on easier difficulty.
Yep.
But to actually fully do it,
yes. Yep.
you have to do it there, and it's hard.
Yep. Absolutely.
You know, they have a little icon now down in the bottom left of the map.
Yep.
And it's basically saying you're on Silent Assassin right now.
Yep.
And and then someone just sees you just like walking in a restricted zone and just flicks us away.
Oh, that sucks. That's really good that they show you though.
Yeah.
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 Dishonored has a similar system. With no detections and everything. I haven't played those at a high difficulty, I don't think. That's just like enemies detect you quicker.
Yeah.
Oh god. After Hitman. Oh yes, Dead Space 3. Well, 2, sorry. Yeah, you can only save 3 times.
Yeah.
So through the whole story of it, and if you die, you go back to your last save.
Wow.
No checkpoints. And it's quite a, like, we're talking maybe 10 to 15 hours of game.
Yeah.
And you can save 3 times.
That's fucking intense.
Which is rough. And there are a few parts, like, I've actually never tried it.
Yeah,
I don't know why I haven't, because I really want to. And
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm building up to. I feel like if I fail it once, I'm just never going to try it again.
Well, it's because it's such a big undertaking.
It is. That's exactly it.
You know,
So,
like, do you try and save every 4 hours? But that's dangerous.
well, yeah, exactly. It's how dangerous it is. And, like, I'm trying to think of when I would save, and I don't want to do it too early.
Yeah.
You know, so you try and last as long as you can. But if you die once, you lose so much progress.
Yeah.
You know, but I think the elephant in the room is what you brought up earlier was Souls, and you've never played any of the Dark Souls games.
I've played the first 2 hours of number 3.
Okay, yep.
And
Did you find it as difficult as you thought it was going to be?
no.
No.
I just dodge like a motherfucker.
Yeah, well, that's exactly it. It's like, I think Dark Souls actually has, like, its reputation became too much of a meme.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
there was a game that I played. Oh, Neo.
Haven't heard
Neo,
of it.
which is it's called the Souls-like. It's not a Souls clone. It's its
Right.
own thing, but it's very Souls-like, and that's even harder than Dark Souls for sure. Like, the first boss in Neo 2 is fucked, and like the second enemy you'll fight is just so over-leveled. You know,
Yeah.
you've got to dodge around it. You know, you
Right.
just have to move on. But those sort of games, like I think Dark Souls 3, is fairly. It's fair. All the Dark Souls games are fair, I reckon. Even Sekiro,
Yeah.
which is hard as fuck. But it's just a matter of getting into the
Well, it's
rhythm.
learning the mechanics.
Yeah,
And
exactly. So
it's the same with Ghost of Tsushima. When you play that on a harder difficulty, it's like you can fucking. There's a realistic difficulty which I haven't
Yes,
done yet.
yeah.
Which is it's not a difficulty. Sorry, it's a charm you put in your sword.
oh yes, yep.
And it basically means like you can kill enemies basically with one cut, but you'll also fucking die.
Yeah, which is
with
really
one cut.
cool.
Which is cool. Very scary.
Yeah,
Very.
yeah. You got to
very-
get so good at parrying.
Exactly. And you have to be so good at watching. Because if there's 4 or 5 enemies around you,
Ooh.
you're watching one, and then someone he gives you a little nick, and it's going to take off like 4% of your health. No,
Yeah.
50% of your health in one hit. That's right. We're talking percentages. I'm going crazy.
We're talking 4% off. We're talking 50%.
But honestly, I'm putting my hand up.
Yeah,
like,
I can see it.
I'm like,
reaching
whoa,
out.
hey. There we go. If you can't hear that at home, too bad. Should have been here. Diddy Kong's Quest, Donkey Kong Country 2. We always go back to it, just like
Yeah,
Banjo
it's
Kazooie.
rare games.
They are rare games. Not rare as in hard to get, rare as in the company that made them. Beating Donkey Kong Country 1 or 2 without a save state, I never did.
Wow.
Was never able to do as a child.
Right.
I got pretty close, but the final boss, King K. Rool, is ridiculously hard.
Yeah, I've heard that.
He has 3 forms, and beating one of them, you only have 1 hit per monkey. So if you've got Dixie and Diddy Kong, you have 2 hits,
Yep.
and that's it.
Wow.
And that's it for the whole boss level.
Yeah, that's brutal.
You know, there's no health potions, there's no anything like that.
Yep.
Usually in between each phase, you get your second monkey back.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Yeah.
Are they apes? Anyway. So not until I had it with a save state where I could actually save state between each phase
Yep.
did I beat the game.
Yeah. Right.
I did manage to do it recently when it came to Switch.
Yep.
I did it without the save state.
Okay.
But it's so hard.
Yeah, I think old games were harder.
Well,
you know?
it's less about, it's way more on chance. It's less about how good are you.
Yeah.
And it's more, you have to anticipate. You have to know before you even start playing
Yeah.
what's going to happen.
Yep.
And that's the only reason was because I beat it on the computer with the save state before it came out on the Switch.
Yep.
But I was able to beat it on the Switch without it.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I would say it's harder than the Souls game.
Yeah, because it's like you've got limited mechanics. Like at least in Dark Souls, like it's just a matter of repetition and just learning patterns. It's pattern recognition and understanding the mechanics.
It's
at your
Pac-Man.
disposal. It's Pac-Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said it's Pac-Man.
Oh, right.
It's waka 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 waka.
Oh, that guy.
It's just you have to learn the patterns.
Fonzie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hey,
Fonzie
waka,
Bear.
Waka, waka, waka.
You know, Fonzie Bear.
The man who lives in my finger.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
They're beautiful games and they're intense.
Yes. I think, but
They are dodge, dodge, hit.
You-
Dodge to dodge, 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 hit.
or parry. You got to learn to parry.
Parry.
Yeah. There's
Matt,
one part in Dark
parry.
Souls 1 where you have to parry.
Yeah,
Pretty
have
much.
to.
Absolutely.
Wow.
You said it earlier with the gratification of like just that rush of like, holy shit, I did it. Which that's what Dark Souls is.
Well, think about even that episode of Tryhards we did where we played that really hard Mario level.
oh
And
my
it took
God.
it took me 2 episodes to. Did I finish it? Sure, go to the Tryhards YouTube channel and find out. I did.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Like, I think Mario levels, especially the user created ones.
Yeah. Now on World Maker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is just so cool. It's so cool that that's where we are.
It is.
I'd love Mario Kart Maker.
Oh, that would be
Course
awesome.
Maker would be sick. If they were able to do a 3D Mario or even like 2.5D, kind of like Mario World.
Mario World. Yeah.
I'd love that because I thought Mario World was really good. I
Yeah,
loved
well,
it.
it's fun.
Yeah.
And like even if they could give us a Nintendo 64 style Mario Kart Maker.
Yes, yes.
So you could just make those types of levels.
Yep, yep.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe would be so hard
Of course.
to do, like
Yeah.
all the gravity shit.
Yeah, but just flat courses and then adding bumps and stuff.
Yes,
Easy.
yeah.
I could do the Excite bike arena.
You could, yeah. Yeah, difficulty in Mario Kart is kind of like that's just.
Yeah, I mean, I still haven't gotten all the cups in the 200cc.
Oh, really?
No.
I mean, 200cc. I don't think the game's made for it.
It's not.
No.
You always bash into walls and
That's
shit.
it. Yeah, you've got to drift so hard with the right bike or with the right. Oh, yeah, bike.
Yeah, bike. Yeah, you probably need a
You
bike.
have to use a bike. Yeah, but yeah, in terms of difficulty, like what I want from a difficulty in video games is something that's fair but makes you utilize the mechanics
Yeah.
that you wouldn't have used as much
Yes.
in the rest of the game. I think Bioshock Infinite did a great job of that. Dark Souls, when you hit a difficulty spike with a particular boss and you're like, how the fuck am I going to beat them?
Yeah.
And you've just got to play the game differently.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know? Yeah. When it sort of pushes you to the boundaries and makes you actually realize that you're playing the game and the game's kind of playing you back.
Well, I've always loved difficulty ramping. So an enemy is the right strength to give you a challenge, but not be like.
But it's a challenge in a
unbeatable.
different way, not just increased health as you increase damage output.
Yeah.
It's got to change it's got to play on the mechanics a bit.
Yeah, and like even look at the what are the giants in Breath of the Wild?
Oh, the Hinoxes.
Yep.
Yeah.
You shoot them in the eye once, they go, you hit them. I don't know why they sound like Ray Romano. Deborah! And then you hit them in the eye twice.
Ray.
Hit them in the eye twice, and they start blocking. They start putting their hand in front of their eye.
Yeah.
And I was
the
like,
first time a Hinox did that to me, I'm like, oh, you piece of shit.
yeah. I was the same.
Yeah.
I'm like, you motherfucker.
Yeah,
What am
I was so
what am I
happy
gonna do
though.
now?
I was so like I'm like, this is what I want.
Yeah.
and they're
he
not
picked
even
up a tree and he
boss.
threw it at me.
That was so cool. Yeah, I love that. I'd love to see more of that in Zelda games. Not to say like, oh, I hate the trend of every game should be like Dark Souls, but I think a lot of developers could take notes from how. Like, I think Dark Souls is just an interesting case study of how quote unquote difficulty is done.
Yeah.
But when I say difficulty, and when a lot of people say difficulty, I think what they mean is utilizing mechanics and surprising the player.
Yeah.
With unique twists on what they've already seen earlier in the game.
Yeah.
Because that's what games are.
Oh, of course.
In Mario, you'll jump over a Goomba that's slowly approaching you.
Yeah.
Then you'll have to jump over a gap. There's higher stakes. Same mechanic, higher stakes.
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
Definitely. And what's the highest stake of all? Today's sponsor, death.
Guys, today's video is brought to you by Death.
It's a podcast, not a video.
What are we doing? I thought it was a newspaper.
Get out of my house.
All right, I guess.
Oh, no, that's going to happen in the intro, which is happening right now. Thank you so much for coming to the second episode of Castle Warpstar. We will see you on the next one. If you have any questions, tips, tricks, dick pics, feel free to send them to luca@castlewarpstar.com. We'll see you around. Yeah, that's right. Fade in music. Castle Warpstar was created by Adam Chapman and Luca Trefimiuk. Mixed by Adam Chapman and produced by Adam Chapman.
Adam, do I even exist on this show?
Who are you and why are you in my house?
Oh, I'll just leave.